The next one, would there be any benefit to building out mini Wikipedia clone sites to build our knowledge graphs to help our web properties? Mini Wikipedia clone sites. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, there are a couple of people who are doing exactly this in reputation management, and once they got a certain traction and authority, they actually feed exactly in the knowledge graphs. Like it can be very helpful, can be quite good business, like same as like Bradley is doing with directory sites, and also people paying for that to get actually listed in those, or like actually leveraging it for your own properties. So you can actually use it. It's the worthwhile thing for many people.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what is a mini Wikipedia clone site. I'm not sure I understand what that is. If I could see an example of it, maybe
so
I could.
There's like, for example, you have like wikipedia.org, and then you have like People's Wiki, or like it's basically like the source code of Wikipedia, like similar to WordPress. So you have like the source, you create your own kind of like Wikipedia
Just a wiki site.
page.
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with wiki sites, but I didn't. He specifically said mini Wikipedia clone sites, so I just wasn't sure what that is.
I don't interpret it that way.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, guys, the thing is, if you can build what I try to do is build branded profiles, right? Because so branded assets, that's where you want to interlink them, because those are adding nodes to the knowledge graph, right? You're helping to do that, because that, and especially when you interlink, when possible, you want to create or make the associations between branded profiles when possible. That's the whole point. You're assisting Google with building or engineering the knowledge graph for the local entity, which is part of the reason why the Google Business website, which is the free website that's part of the Google Business profile, is very powerful. I do sales calls all the time with SEO agency owners for my link building business, and the vast majority of local marketing agencies and local SEO agencies are not using the Google Business website, which is free. I just don't understand that. And maybe they just don't understand the power of it. But apparently they don't, because I have to reiterate this all the time on sales calls, almost all of them, which is because when we do backlink analysis initially before a sales call, when somebody schedules a call with me, they get on my calendar app, they get redirected to a competition analysis form where they submit the details for one location that they manage. It doesn't matter which one it is. It's just for demonstration purposes. They submit the details, and I ask for the 3 tier 0 assets, and I describe what that is: the money site, the Google Business website, if available, and the Google Map URL. And then once they submit that data, my team generates a competition analysis report, and we analyze the backlink profile of all 3 of those tier 0 assets. Most of the reports that we generate, that I review on the sales calls with the prospects, don't have any data. There's no URL for the Google Business website. So that's a big blank graph in the workbook that we create with the competition analysis data, because we have pie charts and everything from the data. It's an Excel sheet, but we just plug all the backlink data in, and it creates pie charts, shows anchor text ratios and things like that. And most of the sales calls I go on, the Google Business website is blank. It's a blank graph, and it's because they didn't provide it. And so I end up having to explain this. And I'm getting back to the point, which is the Google Business website acts as like a bridge between the money site, so organic, and maps. Does that make sense? It's a bridge between the two. It really does connect the two. And so it's a Google property. You can get a do follow link from the Google Business website through the make appointment button, right? So you can either set a hard-coded appointment URL in the Google Business profile settings in the info tab, or now through Profile Manager and SERP, you can add an appointment URL, or you can just create the Google Business website, and then the CTA button that you put at the top of the site, which can be a call button, a get quote button, or a make appointment button. The get quote button is just a little form that people can fill out, put their information in, and Google Business will send a notification to the business. I don't like to use that. It's very rare that anybody ever fills those out, at least through all of the profiles that I manage. It's very rare that anybody ever fills the get quote form out on a Google Business website. In some cases, like in tree service stuff, we do get a lot of calls. 90% of the leads generated are from phone calls, not from form submits. So it makes sense on a lot of tree service sites or locations that I manage for me to use the call button. But if you can also use the make appointment button, which then you can link to whatever page on your site you want. I recommend either the home page or the specific location landing page if it has a separate landing page instead of the home page being the main website URL. And so you can push link equity through that because it's from a Google property. Do follow link to the money site or to whatever page on the money site that you want to link to. So that's part of it. But then through the content body of the Google Business website, which is it's a single page website, basically, that can take up to about 2,500 words in content, roughly 2,500 words in content. And I talk about this all the time, but you want to link out with contextual links from within the content body of the Google Business website to your other branded profiles using a mix of branded anchors, target anchors, and topic anchors. What is a brand anchor? Is the brand name, or compound anchor, which means brand plus keyword modifier or brand plus location modifier or something like that. Then target anchor is keyword plus location modifier. So that's keyword plus city or city plus keyword or keyword plus near me or one of the many variants of near me. So nearby, close to me, around me, etc. And then lastly, there's topic anchors, and topic anchors are product or service keywords only without location modifiers. So I'm telling you all of this because linking out to branded assets from the Google Business website is one of the best ways to help Google understand where your entity has a presence, because it's a Google asset. And those are no follow links from the content body. Contextual links from the content body area of the Google Business website are no follow, but they still get crawled, right? It doesn't push link equity, which is a good thing in my opinion, because we hammer that Google Business website with links and it flows through the do follow link, which is the appointment link, the appointment button at the top, and also Google Business posts. Those are also do follow links. So again, we can direct where we want to push concentrated link equity essentially through the Google Business website because of the content body links, the textual links in the content body are no follow, but Google still crawls that. And so it's a way to help Google to engineer the knowledge graph for the local entity by linking out to all of your branded assets. It helps Google to make those associations, which is important. So could you do it with wikis? You probably could. Are they branded wikis though? That's the issue that I don't know, because there's not a whole lot of context with this question. If they were branded assets, then yeah, I would say absolutely. If they're not branded assets, if they're like supporting assets, but they're not branded, then yeah, it would probably help, but I would be cautious about how you do it because, you don't want to have any footprints. I just talked about expanding your entity footprint, but that's different, right? That whenever you're talking about branded profiles, again, you want to make connections between all of those profiles as much as possible so that Google understands that this is me, this is the entity over here and here and here and here, and they're all associated in some way. But when you're talking about like just supporting assets that wouldn't be branded, but like for link building, for example, traditional link building, you don't want footprints. You want to eliminate or reduce or hide your footprint as much as possible. So again, if you're talking about like using many Wikipedia sites or wiki sites, if that's what you mean, then I would, if they're branded, then sure, interlinked and all of that. If they're not branded, then just, treat them as if they were like private blog network sites in that you want to try to reduce footprint. Does that make sense? So branded footprint is good, right? So branded footprint equals good. Non-branded footprint equals bad. You know what I mean? It's a simple way to think about it.